I absolutely love this stitch. It's great for scarves, sweaters, blankets, as a part of cable patterns. It's called seed stitch. In my culture, it's called rice stitch. Sometimes it's called moss stitch, but I often get comments that this stitch is impossible on Gramndma stitches, on Combination Continental style of knitting. Let me remind you that this channel is all about that Gramndma style. This is how we knit here, this is how we purl here, and yes, seed stitch is absolutely possible in Combination Continental on those Gramndma stitches. First, let's analyze this stitch. It is made from these little bumps, and these bumps are created by knitting a purl stitch and purling a knit stitch on the front side of your sweater. Let's take a look at the chart. The chart looks like this, but I don't like the charts. Let me be honest with you. I like to understand the stitches without relying on diagrams. So let's do it. Let's try to read the stitches and let's try to understand what the stitches want from us. I mean, what do we want from the stitches to create that awesome scarf or sweater? Let's start the first row, and it's knit purl. So I skip the first stitch. I knit through the back loop, just like we do for this Gramndma style, Combination Continental style, and I purl through this front loop. So I go knit, purl, knit, purl. If you're familiar with this style, you already know how we knit and purl. And go ahead and you finish this row just like I've just showed you. The last stitch I will just knit the eastern way. It doesn't really matter, but in case you're going to ask him, grabbing the yarn from the underneath, just like this. This is a knit stitch, but you can use any border stitch that you like. Now I turn my work, and now this row is my purl row. So I'm gonna knit and purl. I'm gonna work this row just like the stitches appear. And if I see a knit stitch, this is a V stitch, this is a clearly knit stitch, I'm gonna knit it the Gramndma way through the back loop, and I'm gonna purl the purl stitch when I see one the Gramndma way also. So this is like a V stitch, this is a knit stitch, and I knit it like we knit in Combination Continental. And this like bar, it's a purl stitch, so I purl it. What does it mean to work as stitches appear? On the previous row, on the right side, the purl stitches that appear like purl stitches used to be knit stitches, and vice versa. This one used to be a purl stitch on the right side. So we don't want that stitch pattern chart for the wrong side of our garment. We just want to see how these stitches appear. And when we see a V stitch, it's a knit stitch. When we see a stitch with a bar, it's a purl stitch. So we purl it. Knit, purl, and so on and so forth. We continue until the end of the row, and the last stitch of the row I will also knit it the eastern way, just like this, but you can use any border stitch that you like. Now I'm going to turn my work, and this is the third row is about to start, and here the magic happens. Now I will skip the first border stitch, and you see the idea of this stitch is to purl above a knit stitch so that you can have that little bump, so it creates that texture, that stitch chart. Okay, so it creates that texture. So when we see that knit stitch, again, I'm on the knit side right now. This is what gives you a hint. I have the rest of my tail from the cast on row on the right side. When you have it on the right side, it's your knit side, it's your right side of the garment. So whenever I have a knit stitch here, 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 etc., I purl it. But like I said, the Gramndma way, we purl it usually through the front loop. But you see here, it's really uncomfortable. The leading leg is the leading leg of the stitch is this one. If I purl through this one, it requires an effort. I don't want to make that effort. So I'm gonna purl like this whenever I need to purl above a knit stitch, because it's breaking the previous logic. Okay, we used to have a knit stitch, now we have a purl stitch, so we have to make an effort to create a purl stitch above a knit stitch, but I don't want too much effort. Okay, what about the purl stitch? How do I see the stitch above this purl stitch? Well, if I knit through the back loop, like we used to do in this Gramndma style, I have a twisted stitch. So I'm gonna knit through the front loop instead, just like this. It's like a classical stitch. Now again, this knit part, I'm gonna purl through the back loop so that I have a nice purl stitch and it's not twisted. What about the purl one? I knit it the classical way. So you see, the logic here is to involve as less effort as we can. Well, I mean, it is an uncomfortable situation. To see the stitches less comfortable than to knit above a knit stitch. Okay, the rhythm is being broken, but we try to still make as less effort as possible. So we purl through that back loop and we knit the classical way above the purl stitch. Purl here, knit here, purl so that we don't twist a stitch, and knit, and continue until the end of the row. Now I finished the row and I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to skip the first stitch. It used to be a knit stitch on the previous row, and I'm at the back side, at the wrong side of my sweater or a scarf. How do I know? The rest of the yarn is at the left side, so left is wrong. Okay, what happens on the purl side, on the wrong side of the sweater? When I see a purl stitch, again I start going my usual Gramndma way. This is our usual Gramndma way of purling. When I see this V stitch, this is a knit stitch above the purl stitch, I just knit it comfortably. The idea here is that the purl row kind of brings you back to the logic of your Gramndma way, and this is the most comfortable way for you to knit through the back loop without twisting a stitch and purl through this front loop. Again, like I always say, the stitches tell you what to do. It's the easiest way to knit and it's the easiest way to purl. Knit, purl. So we're not inventing anything on the purl side. We just knit as the stitches appear. So go ahead and knit where the stitch is a knit stitch and purl where the stitch is a purl stitch. Work as the stitches appear, and I will see you at the end of the row. And now I'm skipping the first one, and let's see what's going on this knit side. Again, this is the right side. We have the rest of the yarn on the right side, so this is the right side. This is the knit side of the work. So again, I have to break this rhythm. We break the rhythm, the comfortable one, on the knit side. So I have a purl stitch here, knit stitch here, purl, knit, and so on. So wherever I see a purl stitch, I knit it. But in this case, in order to break that comfortable rhythm of Gramndma stitches that we've just used to have in the previous row, I have to go through this front loop so that we don't create a twisted stitch. So knit through the front loop above a purl stitch and purl through the back loop above the knit stitch. Purl stitch, great, let's knit it. Knit stitch, okay, I'm gonna purl it without twisting it. Purl stitch, I will knit it without twisting. Knit stitch, go ahead and purl it without any twists. Wow, it already looks cute.